All right, people, let's plan your best year yet. 2024 is right around the corner. Literally, it's probably already here if you're watching this video, but I plan on making 2024 an amazing year, and I want to help you do the same. So as a project manager, a certified project manager, I want to show you a few ways how to accomplish your dreams and goals in the new year and beyond. Personally, I have been able to accomplish a lot of things using my project management skills and embedding them into my life. And honestly, they're not really all that fancy, in my opinion. These are things that anyone honestly can use in their day-to-day life, or just as they embark on big dreams and goals and things that they want to accomplish. But I think having a project management strategy is going to help you ensure that things are aligned and you actually execute and accomplish what you want. The first thing that you're going to want to do is review last year. I know you want to hop into all the new things and start executing for the new year and what's in front of you, but this is the one time it's going to be really helpful to take a look back. Why? Because you're going to be able then to realize what exactly is aligned, what things that you actually enjoy doing and therefore want to double down and do more of, and then the things that you want to leave behind, the things you just really weren't feeling, you weren't really into, and the things that you're just done with. You've closed that chapter, you're ready to move on, and you're ready to move forward. So doing some reflection is really helpful. Some things that I like to do in order to do that is I like to meditate, I like to journal, I like to just do a dump of all those different things that happen over the year and kind of put them in those different categories to break them up and review those and marinate them on a bit before I hop into the new year. So you are clear now on what happened in the year prior and what you're bringing into the new year, what you're leaving behind, and what you're going to try to do more of. Let's go ahead and build your vision. And this is the time just to honestly dream big, think grand. And honestly, don't even think about just what's ahead in terms of the year. Think about where you want to be in maybe like 5 to 10 years. If you could have a conversation with your future self, what would they be doing? What would they look like? How would they be dressing? How would they be talking? How would they be moving in this world? And think about who you're going to be in 5 to 10 years. After you think of this grand scale vision, you're then going to take a step back. I'm actually going to move back. But you're actually going to then take a step back and start breaking that out to, okay, this is what I realistically can do within a year. And I'll give you an example. Say you want to become an influencer and work with brands and do that 100%, which is totally available too if you want to do. And in order to do that, you think you need to have 10,000 followers within a year, which is totally doable as well. Let's say on Instagram. What you can't do is just do that right out the gate. Sure, you could go viral and it happens, but it's just not going to happen overnight, all right? Typically, you're going to have to do some work in order for that to happen. What I personally do is sit down and break up this big grand year goal into different segments. I like quarters or season because they're just natural and it's something that we already follow, and there's already those natural segregated moments. And you can then break it up into mini milestones. So if you have 10,000 followers you want to have within a year, you can then say that I'm gonna have 2,500 by every quarter, or maybe you're building up. So it's 1,000 in the first quarter, and then another 3,000 in the second quarter, and so forth. So you can have a scalable plan. But either way, breaking it up into chunks is going to be super helpful. As you look at each chunk or each quarter or each phase, I personally then like to embed first what's happening in my life. So in the summers, typically, I have a lot going on in terms of travel. I have a lot happening in terms of my daughter being out of school and needing to pay more attention to her and be more hands-on. In the spring, there's spring break. In the winter, there's the holidays. Take all those different things into consideration for each quarter or season and embed that in terms of what you're going to have to focus on beyond your goal, because those things are so important. Those things you still need to pay attention to. And by embedding that into your plan, it makes it more realistic, okay? It's just going to allow you to actually accomplish your goals and really take a look back and say, all right, I'm going to be pretty busy in the last 3 weeks or 2 weeks of December. Realistically, I only have 2.5 months to accomplish what this milestone is. Or honestly, I want to take a month off in the summer. So really, I have 2 months to do X, Y, Z. Or maybe I break it up and it's the first 2 weeks and the last 2 weeks of the summer that I'm busy or free. But really, it's just going to help you align your time appropriately and realistically so you can actually get things done. And it's also just going to allow you to build a true and reasonable runway. I mean, a lot of times people just want to hit the ground running and just start doing things. But if you take this broad view and realistically look at where your time is going and what's available to you, again, you're going to then truly be able to accomplish your goals because you have a realistic vision of your availability to get those things done. And now it's time to start doing the work. You've got your plan, you realistically know what's available to you in terms of your time and your availability. It's time to now do the damn thing and start doing the work. So the work part is work, to put it plainly. With the example of trying to build 10,000 followers on Instagram, you're going to have to get really clear about that and maybe even build out the specific steps. So I'll use that example again. It might be, I need to be posting on Instagram X amount of times. I need to use Reels. Plugging my Reel strategy video, by the way. I need to use Reels in order to build my social media or build my Instagram account. You're going to want to get really specific for that period of time. And I typically like to do that at most a quarter to 2 quarters at a time, because what you're going to do after you attempt to do this work or do the actual work is then review your results. You're going to take a step back and say, damn, I killed it. I exceeded what I thought I was going to do in terms of my milestones. Or you're going to recognize maybe you fell short or you hit right where you needed to be. And then you're going to tweak accordingly, because then you're going to adjust what you're going to do for the following quarter or the following phase. So I think it's just important that you kind of take this by quarter or as you go, as opposed to saying, I'm going to do all these things for the entire year, because honestly, to think that you're going to do everything for an entire year is just not realistic. Life happens. I mean, shoot, in 2020, there was a damn pandemic. So you got to be real and honest with yourself, guys. Things happen. Life happens. And so allowing yourself that time per quarter is honestly going to allow some grace for yourself and just all the different things happening in life. Because if you're not taking those things in consideration, why else are you doing these things? I mean, yes, you're probably doing it for money, or, maybe you're trying to lose weight or whatever it may be. But even if you're trying to lose weight, honestly, it's probably so you can have better quality of life, so you can live and thrive and spend time with people. So have some grace with yourself, be realistic, and take those periods of time to reflect. And I say you should reflect more often. You should be reflecting at least 4 times a year versus dumping it all at the end of the year or at the top of the year. That's a lot to process. That's a lot to take in. By breaking it up, it really allows you a holistic way and a realistic way to see what you're accomplishing, what you're doing, and how you can truly move forward. Overall, I hope this was helpful to you. I just want you to remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. You may have these grand ideas that you want to do X, Y, Z and be this new person, but becoming a new person or accomplishing your goals takes time. So you are literally reconstructing yourself, whether it's a business, losing weight or whatever it may be. You need to give yourself some grace and some time and be realistic about it. I'm a firm believer that luck is where opportunity and preparation meets. And really, by looking at your yearly planning this way, this will allow you to accomplish your dreams and your goals realistically, but also be prepared for any opportunities that may come your way, and allow you to shift accordingly if something better comes along, or if things don't necessarily go your way. And just always remember, you can change your mind. I mean, it's your plan. It's the dreams that you have. It's your vision. You can shift things up, and that is totally okay. There's no true way to accomplish your goals, but I hope this is just a really easy framework for you to follow to make sure you get these things done. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Please let me know in the comments what you're going to be working on for the new year, and I will see you guys next time.